Hey there everyone, this is Moji Master VC and this is the Nike Air Max 270. We're going to be doing some pros and cons and a review and on feet at the end. So, I've got some bad things to say about this and I've got some good things to say about this. Unfortunately, I'm not so sure I do recommend this shoe. Okay, this is a very, very comfortable shoe. I'll start off by saying this is a very comfortable shoe. We're starting off with the pros. Unbelievably squishy in the air bubble here when you step. Now that's really really comfortable. It's pretty flexible, but it's a bit narrow. But we'll get to that in the cons. That's one of the bad things. But yeah, it's really comfortable overall. Okay, it's really cool looking. If someone were to see you in this, they would be like, "Whoa, those are some cool shoes." Like, look at this air bubble. Like, it's nice. It really stands out. You know, if you get a flashy colorway, there's some plain black ones, but they still look really cool. But I say that the flashy ones are the ones that really stand out. You used to be able to see in the air bubble, but now you can't, and that'll be in the cons. It's got a really neat design with all these different Nike symbols. It looks like something really cool and special, which it is, or at least it was, and we'll get to that in the cons too. So it's got some really cool designs. It says Air on the back. It's got some Air Max 270 here, Air 270. It's pretty squishy. There's a Nike symbol again. There are a lot of Nike symbols. 270 right here, and then the other one. This is also part of the cons. It used to say 270 there. Used to. We'll get to that in the cons. So it's a really neat design and it really does look cool. And it's got a really high boost. It's really nice, in my opinion. Or at least it was. Again, con time. I've got a lot to say about the cons. Unfortunately. Really, I don't want to have to say bad things about these shoes because they were great. They really were. But unfortunately, they've lost a lot of features. Okay, so first con, they don't hold up at all. I've had these for 3 months, and they're destroyed. And the worst part is, I used to have another pair. So I bought this. I bought another pair of these in black, in like a pitch black color. I loved them. I didn't do anything in them. Like I just walked around like malls and stuff and wore them to like school, but like barely. Like I didn't exercise in them. I didn't run in them. I didn't do anything crazy. I'm not even like I don't do stuff like that too much. Like I'm not a hard runner or anything. Like I might have played basketball in them once, but I didn't do anything special in them. Like they were just casual walking shoes. I have other walking shoes for $50 that have held up way better than these that I've ran harder in. And I've played soccer in them and stuff. And they've held up way better than these have. And I had to send those to Nike because you see right here in these patterns, I think it's beginning to happen on these actually. Let me see. Yeah, it ripped right here. Wait, look at this. So you can see these little dots here. I think it's difficult to see in the camera. Wait. Okay, wait. You can barely see my hand, but it's gonna happen pretty soon. I know. So I sent it back because all these things were ripping. They were ripping, and they had holes in them, and you could see my sock through it. And then I sent pictures to Nike, and I told them what was going on, and then they sent me this pair for free, in this colorway because that's the one I wanted. And this one has the same problem, except this one might be even worse shape than those ones were, or it's definitely going to become. Look at this. This is disgraceful. I don't mean to sound rude or anything, but like, look at this. Like, seriously, this was an expensive shoe. It was like $150 or something. And look at this. The 270's falling off. Now the 7's, the 0's already come off. The 2's falling off. You can see it moving. And it's just that's annoying because now I have the Nike Air Max 27s instead of the 270s. And that's not something that I want. It's lost some shape on the air bubble, I believe. It's gotten squishier on the air bubble, and I don't know that that's a good thing. It adds some comfort, but over time it's kind of like it's just kind of weird. It feels weird, and it kind of just like wants to shake a bit, and it's not the same. And it's just then really beat up, and I've barely done anything, but they get scratched and beat up so easily. Look at this foam; it's all cracked, and yeah, that happened to my old ones too. I barely did anything, and now there's like patterns on them that shouldn't be there. They're tearing, like there's threads coming off of them at all different angles. There's threads coming off them on the tongue. There's the Nike symbol here is like half off, like half falling off, which is annoying. I think one of the zeros was coming off here on the 270. Nothing on the inside, or they pretty much feel the same. These are still a great, comfortable shoe, but the outside of it, nah, I won't recommend it. It just falls apart, and it like the outside, it's begin to look hideous. Like, well, not hideous. It still looks cool from a distance, but when you look at these closely, they're no longer a nice shoe, and this isn't worth your money, because I've got $50 white shoes that I've been running out in the mud with. I haven't cleaned them at all. That look better than these do right now. And you might not be able to see it on camera, but these are beat up shoes, and I've had them for 3 months. The shape's dying. Nah. Sadly, I say that these might be worth your money. They're a great shoe, but they don't hold up. They really don't. They were great at first. They're just dying. They don't hold up anymore. Near the end of them, they lose shape. They lose features that they had that were so great. The air bubble got all scratched up and scuffed up from nothing. I barely did anything. And look what happened now. You can barely see through it, and that was a really cool thing. I really liked these shoes, and I still do. But that was just a heads up anyways. Like, now it's up to you if you want to buy them. I'm not so sure I would again the next time when I grow out of these. So there's my review on the Nike Air Max. And now it's time for the on feet. Another thing about the Nike Air Max 270s, unless you're a really, really small child who has size 3.5 or lower, a heads up is for the little ones, they have moving tongues that move up. This one has a stiff tongue that stays in place, which is really great because tongues usually annoy me. I like shoes that don't really have them. But these are very, very narrow shoes, and they're at first they're really hard to put on. You have to really pull to get them on. They're very difficult to get on. But once you get the hang of it and break them in a bit, you'll be able to get them on in no time. But it's still annoying at first, and you just have to break them in a bit. So here they are on feet. I'm gonna show you some things. So they're really squish, the air bubble, and then that feels really great. It really does. So they're pretty nice, but they just don't hold up. That's the only thing. Let's turn it around. This side. From the back. A little squishing. Now let's go. They're very tight. A very tight shoe, especially when they're tied. They're tight enough right now, and they're not even tied. That's the Nike Air Max 270. You pick if you want to buy it. You heard my opinion.